Welcome to this profound exploration into the acts of God, a journey into understanding and appreciating divine interventions in our lives. Throughout history, humans have sought to comprehend the mysterious ways in which the divine interacts with the world. These acts, often seen as miraculous or extraordinary, serve as reminders of a higher power guiding and influencing the course of events. Today, we will explore the nature of these divine acts, their significance, and how they manifest in our everyday lives. Divine interventions, commonly referred to as acts of God, hold a special place in the hearts and minds of believers. They are seen as moments when the divine touches the mundane, bringing about changes that are beyond human capability. In this lecture, we aim to shed light on these moments, drawing from historical accounts, spiritual texts, and personal experiences. Our goal is to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation for the divine presence in our lives, encouraging a sense of awe and reverence for the sacred. The importance of recognizing and acknowledging acts of God cannot be overstated. They serve as powerful reminders of the spiritual realm and its influence on our physical world. By understanding these divine acts, we can better appreciate the guidance, protection, and inspiration they offer. While we start on this exploration, let us open our hearts and minds to the profound impact of divine interventions. To begin our journey, it is essential to establish a clear understanding of what constitutes an act of God. These acts are often described as extraordinary events or occurrences that go beyond natural laws, attributed to the intervention of a divine power. They are moments when the spiritual realm breaks through the veil of the physical world, altering the course of events in ways that defy human explanation. Throughout history, various cultures and religious traditions have offered their interpretations of divine acts. In many spiritual texts, these interventions are portrayed as miraculous events that serve as a testament to the power and presence of the divine. Whether through the parting of waters, the provision of sustenance in times of need, or the protection from harm, these acts are seen as manifestations of a higher power at work. It is important to differentiate between natural occurrences and divine interventions. While natural events follow the predictable laws of nature, acts of God transcend these laws, often occurring in ways that seem impossible or improbable. They are characterized by their profound impact and the sense of wonder and awe they inspire in those who witness or experience them. The purpose of these divine acts is multifaceted. They serve as guidance, offering direction and insight in times of uncertainty. They provide protection, shielding individuals from harm and danger. They also inspire faith, reinforcing the belief in a higher power and the spiritual realm. By understanding the purpose behind these interventions, we can better appreciate their significance and the role they play in our lives. As we continue this exploration, we will look deeper into historical examples of divine acts, examining how they have been perceived and recorded throughout the ages. We will also explore modern-day testimonies of divine interventions, offering a contemporary perspective on these extraordinary events. Through this journey, we aim to foster a greater awareness and appreciation for the acts of God, encouraging a sense of gratitude and reverence for the divine presence in our lives. To further understand acts of God, let's explore some historical examples that have shaped the beliefs and faith of countless individuals. Throughout history, there have been numerous accounts of divine interventions that have left an indelible mark on humanity. These events, often recorded in spiritual texts and oral traditions, provide powerful testimonies of the divine's influence on our world. In various religious traditions, acts of God are depicted as miracles that defy natural explanations. These stories serve as a testament to the power and presence of the divine, offering believers a glimpse into the spiritual realm. One of the most well-known examples is the parting of the Red Sea. This event is seen as a profound demonstration of divine power, where natural elements were manipulated in a way that cannot be explained by human understanding. Such events are not limited to one tradition. They are found across different cultures and spiritual beliefs. Other traditions also have their own accounts of divine acts, each unique in its context, but similar in its display of extraordinary power. These stories, passed down through generations, have reinforced the faith of millions and continue to inspire awe and reverence. They remind us that the divine is not bound by the laws of nature and can intervene in miraculous ways to guide and protect humanity. Modern-day testimonies also provide compelling evidence of divine interventions. Individuals from various walks of life have shared their experiences of what they believe to be acts of God. These personal stories, though diverse in nature, often share common themes of unexpected protection, miraculous healing, and timely guidance. They serve as contemporary examples of how the divine continues to interact with the world, offering believers reassurance and faith. As we reflect on these historical and modern examples, it becomes clear that acts of God are not confined to ancient times. They continue to manifest in our world, reminding us of the ever-present influence of the divine. By acknowledging these examples, we can deepen our understanding and appreciation of the spiritual realm, recognizing the profound impact of divine interventions on our lives. Understanding the purpose behind divine acts is crucial to appreciating their significance. Acts of God are not random or arbitrary. They serve specific purposes that align with the divine will and the greater good. These interventions often occur in times of need, providing guidance, protection, and inspiration to those who seek the divine. One of the primary purposes of divine acts is to offer guidance. In moments of uncertainty and confusion, divine interventions can provide clarity and direction. They act as beacons of light, illuminating the path ahead and helping individuals make decisions that align with their higher purpose. This guidance is often subtle, manifesting through signs, dreams, or sudden insights that lead to profound realizations and life changes. Protection is another vital aspect of divine acts. These interventions can shield individuals from harm, both physically and spiritually. Stories of miraculous escapes from danger, sudden recoveries from illness, and other forms of protection are common among those who have experienced divine acts. These interventions remind us that the divine is watching over us, providing a sense of safety and security that transcends human capabilities. And inspiration is a key element of divine acts, as they often serve to strengthen faith and reinforce spiritual beliefs. Witnessing or experiencing a divine intervention can be a transformative experience, renewing one's commitment to their spiritual path. These acts inspire awe and reverence, encouraging individuals to cultivate a deeper connection with the divine and to live in alignment with spiritual principles. By understanding these purposes, we can better appreciate the significance of divine acts in our lives. They are not merely extraordinary events, they are expressions of the divine will, meant to guide, protect, and inspire us. Recognizing this can deepen our faith and enhance our spiritual journey, encouraging us to remain open to the possibility of divine interventions in our own lives. As we continue this exploration, we will look into how to recognize acts of God in everyday life and the impact they have on individuals and communities. This understanding will help us cultivate a greater awareness of the divine presence and its profound influence on our world. Recognizing acts of God in everyday life requires an open heart and a keen sense of awareness. These divine interventions may not always manifest as grand miracles. Often, they appear in subtle yet profound ways. Cultivating a mindset that is attuned to the spiritual realm can help us see the divine at work in our daily experiences. One way to recognize acts of God is through mindfulness and reflection. Taking time each day to reflect on our experiences can reveal moments where the divine has intervened. These moments might be instances of unexpected help, sudden insights, or a sense of peace in difficult situations. By being mindful, we can become more aware of these subtle signs of divine presence. Another key to recognizing divine acts is to pay attention to coincidences and synchronicities. Often, what seems like a random occurrence can be a sign of divine intervention. These synchronicities may come in the form of meeting the right person at the right time, finding solutions to problems in unexpected ways, or experiencing a series of events that seem too perfectly aligned to be mere chance. By acknowledging these patterns, we can begin to see the hand of the divine in our lives. Personal stories and testimonies are powerful tools for recognizing acts of God. Hearing how others have experienced divine interventions can open our eyes to similar experiences in our own lives. These stories serve as reminders that the divine is constantly at work, guiding and supporting us in ways we may not always recognize. Faith plays a crucial role in recognizing divine acts. Believing in the possibility of divine intervention allows us to be more receptive to its presence. Faith helps us interpret our experiences through a spiritual lens, enabling us to see beyond the surface and recognize the deeper, divine meaning behind events. By adopting these practices, we can develop a greater awareness of the divine in our everyday lives. This awareness enriches our spiritual journey, allowing us to live with a sense of gratitude and reverence for the divine presence that surrounds us. The impact of acts of God on individuals can be profound and life-changing. These divine interventions often serve as pivotal moments that alter the course of a person's life, bringing about transformation and renewal. Understanding this impact can deepen our appreciation for the divine and inspire us to seek a closer relationship with the spiritual realm. One of the most significant impacts of divine acts is the transformation of personal beliefs and faith. Experiencing a divine intervention can strengthen one's faith, providing tangible evidence of the spiritual realm. This reinforcement of belief can lead to a deeper commitment to spiritual practices and a more profound trust in the divine. The realization that there is a higher power actively involved in our lives can be incredibly empowering and comforting. Divine acts also have the power to bring about healing, both physically and emotionally. Many individuals who have experienced divine interventions report miraculous recoveries from illness or profound emotional healing. These experiences can lead to a greater sense of well-being and peace, allowing individuals to move forward with renewed strength and purpose. Another significant impact of divine acts is the sense of protection and security they provide. Knowing that the divine is watching over us and intervening on our behalf can alleviate fear and anxiety. This sense of divine protection allows individuals to face challenges with greater confidence, knowing that they are not alone. Divine interventions can also inspire acts of compassion and service. Experiencing the love and guidance of the divine often motivates individuals to share that love with others. This can manifest as increased empathy, charitable actions, and a desire to contribute positively to the world. Personal testimonies of divine interventions are powerful reminders of the impact these acts can have. Hearing how others have been transformed by divine acts can inspire hope and faith in those who are seeking their own spiritual experiences. These stories provide valuable insights into the ways in which the divine interacts with our world, offering inspiration and encouragement to all who listen. As we continue this exploration, we will look into the global impact of acts of God, addressing skepticism and faith, and learning how to live with an awareness of divine acts. This understanding will help us cultivate a deeper connection with the divine and recognize the profound influence of these interventions in our lives and the world around us. Acts of God do not only affect individuals, their influence can ripple out to impact communities, nations, and even the world. These divine interventions often bring about significant changes that resonate far beyond the immediate event, fostering unity, compassion, and spiritual awakening on a larger scale. Throughout history, there have been collective experiences of divine acts that have shaped the course of entire communities and nations. These events, often perceived as miracles or divine signs, have the power to unify people and inspire collective action. For instance, events that lead to the end of conflicts, the beginning of peace treaties, or the unification of divided groups are often seen as manifestations of divine will. These acts serve as reminders that the divine is not only concerned with individual well-being, but also with the harmony and progress of larger groups. Divine interventions can also foster a sense of shared spirituality and common purpose. When communities witness or experience acts of God, it can strengthen the bonds between individuals, encouraging them to come together in worship, celebration, and mutual support. These shared experiences create a collective consciousness that acknowledges the presence of the divine in their midst, fostering a culture of faith and spirituality. Acts of God can inspire humanitarian efforts and acts of compassion on a global scale. Witnessing or learning about divine interventions can motivate individuals and organizations to engage in charitable activities, disaster relief, and other forms of service to humanity. These actions, inspired by a sense of divine guidance and compassion, contribute to the well-being of people across the world, creating a positive impact that transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. Acts of God also have the potential to lead to spiritual awakenings and movements. Throughout history, many spiritual and religious movements have been sparked by divine interventions that inspired a significant number of people. These movements often emphasize principles of love, peace, and unity, aiming to bring about positive change in the world. The impact of these movements can be seen in the transformation of societies, the establishment of new spiritual practices, and the promotion of global peace and understanding. As we recognize the global impact of acts of God, it becomes evident that these divine interventions play a crucial role in shaping the course of human history. They remind us of the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of living in harmony with the divine will. By acknowledging and accepting the global significance of these acts, we can contribute to a more compassionate and spiritually aware world. While many people believe in and celebrate acts of God, it is also important to acknowledge the presence of skepticism and doubt. Addressing these perspectives is essential for fostering a balanced and inclusive understanding of divine interventions. Skepticism can arise from various sources, including scientific reasoning, personal experiences, or cultural influences. By exploring these viewpoints, we can create a more comprehensive dialogue about the nature of divine acts. Skeptics often view acts of God as coincidental or explainable through natural phenomena. They may attribute miraculous events to psychological factors, environmental conditions, or random chance. While these explanations are valid and worthy of consideration, they do not diminish the significance of the experiences for those who believe in divine interventions. It is possible to hold a rational perspective while remaining open to the mysteries of the spiritual realm. Faith, on the other hand, plays a crucial role in recognizing and accepting acts of God. Faith is not simply a belief in the unseen, it is a trust in the divine and an openness to experiencing the spiritual. For believers, faith provides the lens through which divine acts are perceived and understood. It allows individuals to see beyond the surface and recognize the deeper, spiritual significance of events that might otherwise seem ordinary. Balancing skepticism and faith requires a respectful and open-minded approach. It is important to engage in thoughtful discussions that consider both scientific and spiritual perspectives. By doing so, we can bridge the gap between different worldviews and foster a more inclusive understanding of divine acts. Encouraging dialogue and sharing personal experiences can help to build mutual respect and appreciation for the diverse ways in which people perceive the divine. Ultimately, faith is a personal journey, and each individual's experience of divine acts is unique. Some may find comfort and inspiration in their faith, while others may seek understanding through rational inquiry. Both approaches contribute to a richer and more nuanced understanding of the world. As we continue our exploration, we will look into how to live with an awareness of divine acts and the importance of cultivating gratitude and reverence for these interventions. This understanding will help us integrate the spiritual into our daily lives and deepen our connection with the divine. Living with an awareness of divine acts enriches our daily lives by bringing a sense of purpose, gratitude, and connection to the spiritual realm. It involves cultivating mindfulness and being open to the presence of the divine in every aspect of our existence. This awareness can be developed through intentional practices and a shift in perspective. One of the most effective ways to cultivate this awareness is through daily reflection and meditation. Setting aside time each day to quiet the mind and reflect on experiences allows us to notice the subtle ways in which the divine may be guiding and influencing our lives. During these moments of stillness, we can become more attuned to the presence of divine acts, whether they appear as sudden insights, moments of peace, or unexpected help. Another practice that fosters awareness is keeping a gratitude journal. By regularly writing down instances where we feel the presence of the divine or where things have worked out in unexpectedly positive ways, we train our minds to recognize and appreciate these moments. This practice not only enhances our awareness, but also builds a habit of gratitude, which is essential for living a spiritually fulfilling life. Mindfulness in daily activities also helps in recognizing divine acts. By paying attention to the present moment and being fully engaged in whatever we are doing, we can notice the small, often overlooked blessings that occur throughout our day. Whether it's a kind word from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, or a feeling of inner peace, these moments are often signs of the divine presence. Another important aspect is prayer or intentional communication with the divine. Expressing our thoughts, desires, and gratitude to the divine opens a channel for guidance and inspiration. Prayer is a way to invite the divine into our daily lives and acknowledge its presence and influence. This practice can be a powerful reminder that we are never alone and that the divine is always with us, guiding and supporting us. Living with an awareness of divine acts also involves accepting a sense of wonder and openness to the mysteries of life. Instead of trying to rationalize or explain every experience, we can allow ourselves to be amazed by the beauty and complexity of the world. This sense of wonder fosters a deeper connection to the divine and enhances our appreciation for the spiritual dimensions of our existence. As we conclude this exploration into the profound world of divine interventions, it is important to reflect on the journey we have undertaken. We have looked into the nature and purpose of acts of God, examined historical and modern examples, and explored the impact of these divine acts on individuals and communities. Through this journey, we have sought to deepen our understanding and appreciation of the divine presence in our lives. Recognizing acts of God in our everyday experiences brings a sense of awe and reverence that enriches our spiritual journey. These divine interventions remind us that we are guided and supported by a higher power, providing us with direction, protection, and inspiration. By cultivating mindfulness, gratitude, and an open heart, we can become more attuned to the presence of the divine in our daily lives. The global impact of divine acts highlights the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of living in harmony with the divine will. These acts serve as powerful reminders of the spiritual realm's influence on our world, fostering unity, compassion, and positive change. By acknowledging and accepting the global significance of these interventions, we contribute to a more compassionate and spiritually aware world. Addressing skepticism and maintaining faith involves a balanced and respectful approach. By considering both scientific and spiritual perspectives, we can foster a more inclusive understanding of divine acts. Encouraging open dialogue and sharing personal experiences helps build mutual respect and appreciation for diverse viewpoints, enriching our collective spiritual journey. Living with an awareness of divine acts transforms our lives by bringing a sense of purpose, gratitude, and connection to the spiritual realm. Through intentional practices such as reflection, mindfulness, and prayer, we can deepen our awareness of the divine presence and its influence on our lives. This awareness enriches our personal and communal spiritual journeys, fostering a deeper connection with the divine. As we move forward, let us carry with us the lessons and insights gained from this exploration. Let us remain open to the presence of the divine in our lives, recognizing and appreciating the acts of God that guide, protect, and inspire us. By doing so, we can live more spiritually fulfilling lives and contribute to a world that is more aware of and connected to the divine presence. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into the acts of God. May your spiritual path be filled with divine guidance, protection, and inspiration.